Sex workers are one of the most neglected groups of our society. A significant amount of disrespect and stigma is attached to the profession, and it is not even seen as a work. The lack of government support has been compounded by the social discrimination faced by the sex workers. The coronavirus lockdown and the social distancing norm has left this group across the globe in poverty and hunger. But today, we're gonna talk about the plight of sex workers in India during the coronavirus pandemic. 4 days after the announcement of the nationwide lockdown, the center allocated a 20 lakh crore relief package to the people most affected by the pandemic. Specific relief was announced for economically marginalized women, including widows, but sex workers were not included. According to a 2016 UNAIDS study, there are 6,57,800 sex workers in India. From Mumbai's Kamathipura area to Delhi's GB Road and Kolkata's Sinagachi district, women and transgender sex workers lost their homes, jobs, and the only source of income during the pandemic. The lockdown and the social distancing measures have pushed them to the edge. But the main question was, how are sex workers accepted to follow the social distancing norms in a profession that is based on contact? Increased prevalence of underlying health conditions among sex workers might increase the risk of COVID progressing to severe illness. According to a report in the Hindu, sleuths of women and narcotics wings of Bengaluru police conducted 2 raids and rescued 27 women who were working in a brothel. According to a report in the Quint, hundreds of sex workers left GB Road and returned their hometowns in search of alternative jobs. But the sex workers were denied other jobs based on an Aadhaar card that showed GB Road as their address. There are several media reports wherein sex workers reported a lack of access of social protection scheme and emergency medical measures that have been put in place. There are reports of crackdowns and forced eviction of migrant sex workers. While the government and the society neglected them, they adopted sex work online like all the other jobs. Now finally, considering the problems faced by the sex workers on account of COVID pandemic, the Supreme Court on September 22 asked the center and state governments to immediately provide monetary assistance, food supply and other basic requirements to sex workers. The court also said that this should be done without insisting on documents such as ration cards. India is a nation that traditionally in Kama Sutra depicted sex work as a noble and powerful profession. But in Indian society, this profession is left on the margins of debate and discussion. Do you think sex workers deserve their rightful status as legal workers in India? Write down in the comments below. And for more such videos, subscribe to UNAIDS.